the icon here will allow you to actually search through the document. If I click the Find icon, a window will come up with Find and Replace. I can type in whatever text I would like to find and find that text there and replace it. I'll close this window. The Find and Replace are used here for finding and replacing text in your document. For example, I'll pull up the Find and Replace window. If I click on Find What, if I want to find SED and replace it with RED, then I would click Replace All, and it found the SED here and replaced it with RED. The next icon is the Select All icon. I can click this and select all of the text in the document. Another keyboard shortcut is Control-A that does the same thing as far as selecting all of the text in the document. The Select All is helpful when you want to copy and paste your entire document for saving it into a Word file on your computer, or you can copy and paste from newsletter to autoresponder or back and forth. You can also use Source button here to go back to the source and use this Select All button to copy all of the HTML code and paste HTML code directly into your autoresponder or newsletter. We'll go back to Source again and look at it in WYSIWYG. The icon here is Remove Formatting. I can highlight text, and when I remove the formatting, whatever the effects are to the text that are outside of being normal text, then it will remove all of that. When I click it, you'll see that text goes back to normal formatting. The next line here shows form controls. These are controls for creating forms, for offering subscribers things like forms where you can actually submit surveys, or for answering questions and checking yes or no, things like that. For example, this is the check box, the radio button. Here you can actually put text into a label or into a field that would contain text. This is a text area. Here's a drop-down box for selecting fields. Here's a button. It's where you can actually bring an image in to the form, or you can have a hidden field within the form. But this is beyond the scope of this editing tutorial. The icons in this section will change the formatting of text directly. For example, this will make it bold, this one will italicize it. You can underline the text, have strike through. This one will do subscript, and this one will do superscript. For example, if I have this line of text, if I want to make it bold, I will click this, or unbold, click that one. We can make it italicized this way, or italicized and bold. We can remove those by clicking them again. We can underline the text with this one. This icon will strike through the text, or we can undo the underline and the strike through. if I highlight just the O here, this icon will make it subscript or below the line, and this icon here will make it superscript or above the line. These two icons here and here will add numbering and bullets to your newsletter or message. We'll separate these with Enter to put them on separate lines. And we can highlight this here. And when we press the number, they'll actually number the lines. Or we can press this one to make it into bullets, or undo the bullets, or numbering. These two icons here work together in that if I'm on the line here, this icon will actually move the formatting to the right. Let me hit Enter and make it shorter. If I click on it and click this, it will take the entire paragraph and move it over to the right once or twice. We can also click this icon and bring it back the other direction. The next icon here adds block quotes, but to show you exactly what it does, we'll first look at this one, which is to show blocks. When we click this icon, we actually show the blocks of information here that are input. And when we click in this block of information, and when you click block quotes, you'll see that it puts a block quote around this block of information until you get to more advanced editing. You really won't use this icon. We'll hit Control-Z now and undo that and click this one and not look at the blocks. The next icons here are for justifying your text. This one is left justify. This will center justify it. This will right justify the text, and this one will block justify it so that the text will go from one side of the block to the other side of the block. Right now the text is left justified. If I click here in this block and click center justify, you'll see it's now in the middle of the block. Here, let's put blocks on. You'll see the block here. Now we'll click right justify, and you see that it's justified on the right side of the block. Here, when we click block justify, it either goes across the block or not, depending on how much text is on the line. Here we'll hit delete at the end of this line to show you now that we have enough text to go all the way across the line, so it will justify it as best it can. We'll try it again here on this block and click block justify, and you'll see here on this line when we block justified it, it goes from side to side all the way from one border to the other border. I'll click Control-Z and undo that, and you see now how it uses just the normal spacing.